It's Thanksgiving Day. We got our turkey in the smoker. Temperature set. It's going to be in here a few hours. It's a beautiful day outside, so we could stay outside, get some fresh air, or we could go inside and do an Ableton quick tip. Hey, YouTuberinos, Abletonians, back with another quick tip. I promise I'll make this one actually quick. My last tip was about how to enable tracks to ARM tracks for recording to be able to make your MIDI instruments play sounds. And a viewer, Alexandra, said, hey, I'm actually trying to record audio from my MIDI keyboard that puts out audio. I'm going to show you in this quick video, if you happen to have a keyboard that puts out audio and MIDI at the same time, sometimes you actually just want to record the audio from the keyboard. And what I wrote back to them is I said, hey, I actually have a tip on how to record MIDI and audio from the device at the same time. So let's take a look at how to do that, because the advantage is you can record MIDI from your device, you can record the audio from it, so you can use that audio right away, so you're not replaying MIDI. You can turn off your device. But the advantage is because you still have MIDI, now you can go back and edit your mistakes and then replay it through your device and record the audio one more time. So let's take a look at how that's done. First of all, this is the keyboard I have. It's a Nord Stage, and as you can see, it has a USB output, that's for MIDI, but it also has audio out. And in this case, my audio is going out to numbers 7 and 8. So if I do 7 and 8, and of course I arm the track, I have exclusive arm turned on like we talked about in the previous video. So I'm going to hit Command or Control on a PC and click arm. And now if I play on the keyboard, you hear some audio. I'm also going to arm this MIDI track at the same time. Now as you can see, this is set to no output, and that's really important. Right now it's just set to no output. And the reason that we're doing that is because, well, we'll show you in 1 second. So let me hit record here real quick. Let's turn this down so you don't have to hear it so loud. I'm going to just play something, and I'm going to make a mistake, and then we'll go back and fix it. So here we go. Okay, let's hit stop. Okay, that's your guys' new favorite song. That is not a song I wrote, haha, but it's a song everybody that, every 9-year-old that walks up to a piano knows how to play. Okay, so if I go back here and I play this back, it's going to sound like this. If we go back to the beginning and play it, it's going to sound like this. Okay, so we have our audio track already right here, but we made a mistake where that last chord that we played was a minor chord instead of a major chord. And if we go up into our MIDI and we make these nice and big so we can see what the notes are, the bad note here is this A sharp or B flat, making this a G minor chord right here. And so what we're going to do is, in this case, we're going to go ahead. Now this is where I told you can go back in and you can fix your mistakes. So right now we're going to actually delete this audio track because, again, we still have the original MIDI. This is where the cool stuff comes in, so check this out. If I go to output and I actually output it to my MIDI device, then what happens is when this track plays MIDI notes that are already pre-recorded, they are going to go out to my device, and then my device is going to output on, in my case, channels 7 and 8. And if I arm this track, check it out. I'm just going to play. I'm not even going to record. Pretty cool, right? So obviously if I had hit record here, So you can see it records the audio again. So check this out. We go up to our MIDI track again. We take all of these B flats, A sharps, and we change those to Bs, and which makes it sound like this. I can play it without recording. Okay, magically fixed. The important part is that this track needs to be playing. It needs to be sending the output to your device right here. And second part is your audio track that receives the audio from your device's audio out needs to be armed for recording. And if you want to hear it, this needs to be set to auto. Okay, so now that we fixed our MIDI, we're going to hit record. Okay, so there is your quick tip. Record MIDI and audio at the same time, but the reason you do that is because you still have this MIDI here, and it can play the audio anytime, which means you can edit your mistakes. So now when you're editing your track, what you do is just go ahead and disable that, and so it won't try to play twice through your device. If we were to completely turn off our piano, obviously we already have the audio track, so we don't need it anymore. We can shut it off. If you ever need to correct your mistakes, you go ahead and turn this back on. You delete this guy right here, or you can even create another audio track right on top of it. And in fact, let's just do that for fun. I just thought of this just at the last second. Let's go ahead and set this to the audio input of our MIDI device. See that? This one we are going to, well, we're not going to arm it for recording, so if we play on the piano, this one right here is the only one that shows up in the green. See that? So this is the only channel receiving audio. And what I'm going to do is go to my MIDI track, and just for the heck of it, let's move everything up an octave. Boop. And I did that by hitting Shift and the up arrow, by the way. So now if we play this, so see how it's playing this audio, which if I turn it off, there's our +1 octave. If I solo it, it mutes me. But check it out. If I solo this, it'll just be the original. Okay. But if we hit record now, okay, there you go. So now we have two audio tracks. One of them is a +1 octave. And the other is the regular octave, like this. And there we got 2 for 1 there. You didn't even have to play it a second time. Like magic. All right, I hope this quick tip helped everybody. And for those of you who are celebrating Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. For those of you who are watching this later and it's not Thanksgiving anymore and you don't care, happy Thanksgiving anyway. Maybe next year when you're watching this. Have a good day. All right, was that video useful? Oh my God, what is on my face since last time I did a video? If that video was useful to you, please leave a comment below. That helps with all the YouTube engagement stuff. But if you look at my previous videos, you'll see that unlike other people who tell you to, subscribe and all that stuff, I actually do respond to the comments. And if you guys ask a question, I will try to answer it. So please take just a moment and give me a little bit of engagement pie there so I can, make a couple cents off of YouTube now and then. And we'll be back with another one soon, hopefully. Later.